Girl, don't be that way. I have seen you looking at him. Girl. Okay, so that vignette's coming. Actually, that vignette's going to be on its way to you very soon. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is the White Collar Goon, the creative and artistic manifestation of Angels in Politics. And remember, you are the news. Angels in Politics is underway. I think it's about time for me to fully. Well, I can't divulge everything to you. I can't express everything to you at one time. And you might be listening and saying, like, "Who told you to do that? Like, why would you want to do that? What about what about the mysteriousness? What about the 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 reluctancy to to kind of give too much in the sense in which we know everything and how can we search, how can we question, how can we become inquisitive? And I guess you're right. Even with that being said, you still won't be able to know everything. I mean, I am an open book, but there's so much to read, and even with those pages that I give to you or that I present to you, there are still times in which you can read between the lines and say, "Wow, he said this, but I'm pretty sure he meant that." So it's like just I don't know. You can search and do your own research and do your own, have your own evaluative analysis or process to have your own breakdown. But boom, Angels in Politics, remember, you are the news, and I think this is a pivotal time to talk about that because of what's happening in our country right now. It's incredible. I can't even say it's unfathomable because I can fathom it, I can conceptualize it, and I'm pretty sure you can too. I think it's interesting to see the way it's being presented via your news channels, via the media. And I think a lot of you are going to say, like, you know what, Gabe, like, it's time for you to, like, create your broadcast. It's time for you to take over the news. It's time for you to, like, really present because you are the news. You know what I'm saying? And when I mean, like, me take over, it's not me physically doing anything. It's me creating the infrastructure for you to present your truth, for you to be radically open, radically transparent, unadulterated, genuine, to make a concerted effort to present or explore your authentic self. And that's really what this medium is here for. That's the reason why I have this supercomputer in my hand. Somebody might say, it's not an iPhone, it's not a Samsung. You're over here with Metro PCS and it's like a whatever it is, it's a Droid. Actually, it's an LG. But what do you mean by that? Like, I mean, I'm using this device to really connect with not only with you, but to connect with myself, my higher self, to connect my higher self with my lower self, my active self with my passive self, my conscious and my subconscious, and that infusion, that networking, that ebb and flow of my personality, biological traits, and personality dimensions that I'm able to display, convey, release, emit, transfer to you, that listener, the only listener. Like, you only know I only have one. I only have one subscriber, and I'm like so cool with it. I'm so with it because I'm aware that, like, it needs to be intimate. It needs to be just like personal. It needs to be like private. And I feel like that's the truth. That's the news. The news is like, damn it, like, let us know who you are, and be yourself. Be unapologetic. And I do apologize for, I guess, the way I may come across, especially if my intentions aren't to be brusque or abrasive or, I don't want to cause harm. Put it that way. Put it simply. My intentions aren't to cause harm. My intentions because a lot of it is about intentionality. What is your purpose? My purpose is to convey a message and convey my truth. And if some people may take that in a way that is offensive, um, I guess we can have a conversation about it. I think it's up to your own interpretation, and that's the reason why I'm such an expressionist. I'm so into um, artistry and using my creative those creative elements and thoughts and behavioral patterns that uh, permeate through my being and allow me to be who I am. That's the reason why I speak this way. And that's the reason why I'm giving you so much. So boom, Angels in Politics is like, it's underway. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a lot. So I'm excited about it. I'm low key sized. Um, it's gonna be where the creatives and the artists, which are the same people, the creatives, the artists, the entrepreneurs, which are the same people, the creatives, the artists, the entrepreneurs, the innovators, the futurist, the ethereal, the existentialist. We're gonna group those individuals together, those personalities together, those dimensions, and we're gonna pair them. We're gonna synthesize. Synthesis is the interplay of polar opposites, and the polarity is what brings us, which brings us manifestation of whatever it is that we're creating, and we're gonna bridge that gap with the highly conscientious, those industrious individuals, those logical, reasonable, hyper rational individuals, those detail oriented, those solution based individuals, those focused, hyper intentional, rigid, um, structured individuals, the engineers, the architects, the builders, the 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 analyst, the programmers, the developers. These individuals are highly conscientious. They're highly routine. These these we need these people. Like, I mean, actually, without you all, the world wouldn't be functioning. I mean, the cities wouldn't be built. There wouldn't be law, there wouldn't be order. So we need the attorneys, and we need those engineers, and we need those hyper. And I know sometimes you might feel like hyper might be a bit aggressive, but like those people who are extremely focused, and they are oriented. They orient themselves to solutions, and into finding solutions, and understanding the processes and the methodologies to create or automate or systematize these solutions, right? So yeah, that's what Angels in Politics is going to be. It's going to be the synthesis um, between art and science, the aesthetics and and focus, the industry with the intelligence, the you feel what I'm saying, the construction of systems and organization with creativity and design and innovation. It's going to be the bridging of the gap between progressive and liberal, conservative, traditional, and also those innovative forward thinkers, progressive movers, um, those left leaning and right leaning people need to have a conversation, and not to say like, oh my gosh, we need to be best friends and like kiss each other. I mean, I might like to do that type of stuff, but like for the most part, no, we want to hear your ideas and have thoughtful disagreement so you can hear their ideas, and that's how you triangulate between believable parties, and you create these solutions and find these answers. So I'm super excited about that. and I hope you are too. And namaste, namaskar.